I think about a lot about life after power. I think there's even a book somewhere that I should read called Life After Power. And, you know, what do people do with their lives after leaving positions of power? Some people just stay forever, which I don't think is a good thing. But it's interesting to me what people choose to do with their lives after power. That's why I was surprised when I read the Nolan Finley column in the Detroit News that Governor Snyder, former Governor Snyder, plans to spend his life, current life after power, spending 20 to 30 million to, and I paraphrase, maybe slightly burn the failure of public schools into the mind of every voter. It's why it's interesting to me that under Governor Snyder's best thinking, when he got in, what was it, 2011, somewhere around there, we were already dead last in inflation-adjusted total revenue growth. So his best thinking led him to slash it even further. You mentioned ripping away a pension, like a good pension that my dad has, from teachers into a less lucrative pension tier. You mentioned, was it 20% teachers would now be on the hook for health insurance out of pocket? A $470 per pupil cut, is that right? Mm-hmm. So it's interesting to me that former Governor Snyder is spending his life after power crapping on, that's all that's coming to my mind, you know, an institution that he helped to break. He's a king of emergency managers, right? Isn't that him? Because all I knew when I was in teaching was that it got real bad. I didn't know about all these details. But what you've presented here is that in the Snyder years, and you can ask teachers about the Snyder years, we didn't know everything, how it got that bad, but it was bad. And I ended my teaching career at the end of that. So under Governor Snyder's 60%, you're telling me, reduction in teachers wanting to be, or in students wanting to be teachers, 59%.
That's right.
Is teaching, teacher effectiveness one of the defining qualities that determines whether or not kids learn?
There are those that argue, I would argue, that it is the most important.
Yeah, I've heard it's number one.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
Without a doubt.
Yeah.
I mean, we're talking about elements within a school district's control, within a school system's control. Poverty has a greater effect in a regression analysis, but we don't control a child's poverty.
So the things we can control, teacher effectiveness.
Right.
So 60% of students who may have wanted to become a teacher said, nah.
The number of young people dropped in 5 years from his first year, 23,000 people preparing for the profession. 5 years later, 2016,
9,512.
9,500. That's correct.
Okay. Well, he has a big microphone, but so do I. So I guess that's why I chose this time to talk about what he aims to do, which I think is rotten.